So we've seen how you do a frequency table when we are dealing with a nominal variable, as in the case of the manufacturer. Now, what about when we have a continuous, or well, discrete, but in any case, a numerical variable? As in the case of mileage on a highway. So let's do a similar exercise as before. So let's take, so let's call it highway, and say like, okay, as data frame table, call it MPG $, HWY, like this. So our highway looks a little bit like this. So I have again this var1, which I don't really want. So instead of that var1, I can again go names for the highway. Yeah, on the first place, and I call it, well, I can just call it MPG, whatever. So it's mileage per gallon. Sorry. I should do it like this. Okay, now it's good. As you can see, I have 27 rows here, which is a lot. Was not really the kind of table I want. So, well, there's like 5 cars that make like 12 miles, 2 cars that make like 14 miles. It's very impractical. I'll actually have a look at, so what the range of that would be. And well, it goes from 12 here up to 44. So let's think about it. So let's group this. So what we would need to do is first form some bins. Okay, so the bins are placeholders, so the categories in a way. Now a neat way to do bins, so I can just call it bins. And how I can form these bins is, for example, I'm using a sequence. So that's a command we haven't used so far. So a sequence, in a sequence I'll just provide, where should it start? It starts at 10. I could do it at 12, but you know what I'll do? So bins, so classes of 5. So 10 to 15, 15 to 20, 20 to 25, and so on. So I'll go from 10 to 45 in steps up of 5. So by 5, like this. So if I have a look at the bins, yeah, it goes like 10, 15, 20, and so on. Okay. Now, I don't need these bins, but what I need to do is I need to cut the highway data into these bins. So I'll just override it. So I don't need the highway. So I'll just override the highway. You don't have to. You can create a new one. You can call it like highway grouped or something like that. So this is up to you. Well, I'll just call it highway. Whatever. So highway, and I will cut it. Okay. So I'm going to cut it. So cut what? Well, highway according to bins. Okay, sorry. Highway. I can just do it. So just the one. So I will. It's already table. Yeah. So MPG $, highway, like this. highway. And yeah, I have this beans now. Of course, again, I have all the values, but I can now table this. Okay, so now when it's being cut, I can table this, right? So I can table the highway in a similar way as I tabled it earlier. So highway, I can table it again as data frame, as data frame. Highway, table, sorry, table, highway. And now I have these neat classes. So essentially I have 17 cars which reach the mileage from 10 to 15 miles per gallon, 72 cars in the 15 to 20, and so on. And now obviously I can do the same as I did earlier. I can add relative frequency, relative frequencies, cumulative frequencies, and so on. So for example, I can again say like highway transform, so highway transform highway I can do the same as before actually, and for cumulative frequencies I'll just copy. I'll just make my life easier. I'll just copy this like this, copy it again. Yeah, just run this and have a look at it. So essentially 18.8% of the cars have a mileage between 20 and 25 miles per gallon, and so on. So this was a very short introduction on how to quickly do frequency tables in R. Thank you for your attention.